Hey everyone, and welcome to our deep dive today. It's going to be on something we don't often hear discussed openly.
Oh, yeah.
Menopause and andropause
Okay.
in the workplace.
Hmm.
Beyond the occasional joke about hot flashes, these are experiences that impact a huge portion of the workforce.
Absolutely. And the lack of open conversation is surprising, given the potential consequences. Our sources highlight misunderstandings, increased stress, even potential legal issues stemming from the silence.
And it's not just about the physical symptoms either. The material we're diving into
Right.
really emphasizes the mental and emotional aspects, which can be even more challenging to navigate in a professional setting.
Precisely things like brain fog, mood swings, or difficulty concentrating can impact performance and relationships, but they're often misattributed to other factors.
This is where I got really curious. Amongst all the research and articles I kept bumping into, references to something called the Waff, pronounced just like Waff.
Okay.
Kinda catchy, right?
Indeed, and the name might sound a little whimsical, but the science behind it is quite fascinating.
See, that's what threw me off initially. I'm picturing a fluffy pillow, but then I'm reading about proprioception and neuromuscular activation. It's a lot more technical than the name suggests.
That's part of its brilliance. The Waff, with its different sizes and applications, is designed to address both the physical and mental challenges of these hormonal transitions.
Okay, before we get into the Waff itself, I think we need to set the stage. It feels like menopause and andropause are still taboo subjects in many workplaces.
Unfortunately, you're right, and this silence can have serious consequences. For individuals and companies, imagine experiencing brain fog during a crucial presentation, or struggling with sudden mood swings in a
wow.
client meeting.
And without open dialogue, those experiences could easily be misconstrued as incompetence or lack of professionalism.
Exactly. It also puts the burden on individuals to manage these symptoms in isolation, often leading to increased stress and burnout.
The source material from waffstudio.com actually highlights a few examples of this, like employees feeling pressured to hide their symptoms or take on less demanding roles.
Which can lead to a loss of valuable talent and expertise. One article even mentions a potential legal risk, as failing to accommodate the needs of employees. Experiencing these transitions could be construed as discrimination.
So there's a clear need for greater awareness and support. But how do we actually address this in a practical way?
Well, that's where the Waff comes in. While it's not a solution to every challenge, it offers a surprisingly multifaceted approach to managing both the physical and mental aspects of these transitions.
Okay, I'm intrigued. But before we delve into how it works, I think we need to address the elephant in the room. Why does something with such a simple name have all this complex science behind it?
It's about making sophisticated wellness accessible. Remember, the Waff comes in different sizes, mini, medium, max, each designed for specific uses.
Right, I saw that on the website. But how does something that looks like, well, a cushion tap into concepts like proprioception?
That's the ingenuity of the design. The Waff's uneven reactive surface constantly engages your muscles and nervous system, even during seemingly simple activities like sitting.
So you're saying that just by sitting on this thing, I'm actually giving my body a workout.
In a way, yes. It's what the source material calls active sitting. You're constantly making micro adjustments to maintain balance, engaging core muscles, and improving posture.
That makes sense. I've definitely felt the effects of sitting for too long, especially with a less than ideal posture. But how does this translate to the mental and emotional side of things?
This is where things get really interesting. The Waff's impact on proprioception triggers a chain reaction that affects the nervous system, including the production of hormones and neurotransmitters.
Okay, we're getting into some serious science here. Can you break that down for me?
Imagine it like this. The Waff acts as a gentle stimulus to your nervous system,
Okay.
prompting it to recalibrate and find a more balanced state.
And this helps with things like brain fog and mood swings.
The sources suggest that by improving blood flow, stimulating nerve endings, and promoting relaxation, the Waff can have a positive impact on cognitive function and emotional regulation.
So it's almost like hitting the reset button on your nervous system throughout the day.
That's a great way to put it. And this can be especially beneficial for individuals navigating the hormonal fluctuations associated with menopause and andropause. It really is a fascinating concept. And what struck me is how the Waff's simplicity makes it so adaptable. We've been focusing on its individual benefits, but the source material also highlights its potential in a group setting.
That's what caught my eye too. I was picturing those awkward office yoga sessions. But with a Waff, it seems like it could be More inclusive and less intimidating.
Exactly. The source material from waffstudio.com shows how different sizes of the Waff can be used for group activities, energizing sessions, stress reduction, even mobility exercises tailored for a workplace environment.
So instead of a one-size-fits-all approach, you could have a team Waff session. That caters to individual needs and preferences.
Precisely, someone struggling with focus could benefit from a session incorporating balance exercises, while someone experiencing anxiety might opt for gentle stretching and relaxation techniques.
It seems like the Waff could also foster a sense of camaraderie, normalizing these conversations, and creating a shared experience amongst colleagues.
That's a crucial point. One article even suggests that incorporating the Waff into a workplace wellness program could help break down the stigma surrounding menopause and andropause.
It makes sense. If you're all wobbling around on these Waffs together, it's hard to feel isolated or embarrassed about your experiences.
Indeed, it creates an environment of empathy and understanding, which can be invaluable for employees navigating these transitions.
Okay, so we've established that the Waff comes in different sizes. Mini, medium, max. What are the key differences between them?
The Mini, as we discussed earlier, is great for individual use. It's discreet and portable, perfect for under your desk, or even on a chair. The Medium offers more versatility, allowing for a wider range of exercises, and can even accommodate small groups.
And then there's the Max. It sounds like it's in a league of its own.
The Max is more like a mat, primarily designed for full-body relaxation and recovery. They even mention Waff Max recovery rooms on the Waff Studio website.
Okay, that sounds incredibly luxurious. Imagine having dedicated spaces in the office where employees can de-stress and recharge on these Waff Max mats.
It's a testament to the growing recognition of the importance of employee well-being, both physical and mental.
And remember, the Waff's benefits extend far beyond menopause and andropause.
Absolutely. We saw examples of athletes using it for post-workout recovery, seniors incorporating it into their balance training, and even parents using it for sensory play with their children.
It really speaks to the Waff's versatility and its potential to address a wide range of needs.
And what makes it so compelling is that it's not just about addressing symptoms, it's about empowering individuals to proactively manage their well-being.
Okay, we've covered a lot of ground, but let's delve into the science behind the Waff. How does this thing actually work?
It all comes down to the clever application of proprioception and neuromuscular activation.
We touched upon proprioception earlier. It's basically your body's awareness of its position in space. How does the Waff tap into that?
Think about standing on a stable surface versus an unstable one. When you're on solid ground, your brain doesn't have to work very hard to maintain your balance.
But on an unstable surface, like a Waff, your brain kicks into overdrive.
Exactly. It engages a whole network of muscles and nerves that you might not normally use, constantly making micro adjustments to keep you upright.
So even when I'm just sitting on the Waff, my body is still working, even if I'm not consciously aware of it.
Precisely, you're engaging core muscles, improving posture, and enhancing your body's overall awareness of itself in space.
And that, in turn, impacts the nervous system.
Yes, by stimulating these proprioceptive pathways, the Waff sends signals to the brain that can have a calming and regulating effect.
So it's almost like giving your brain a gentle massage.
That's a good analogy. And the beauty of it is that it's a gentle, low-impact approach that's accessible to people of all ages and fitness levels.
All this from something that looks like a simple cushion. It's pretty remarkable.
It really is. The Waff is a testament to the fact that sometimes the most effective solutions are the simplest.
And speaking of solutions, we've talked a lot about the potential benefits. But how can our listeners actually integrate the Waff into their lives?
The first step is choosing the right size for your needs.
We have a handy guide on our website to help with that.
Once you have your Waff, the possibilities are endless. You can use it at your desk at home, even take it to the gym. The Waff Studio website has a library of exercises and instructional videos, and they even have an app.
Ah, the app. It's like having a personal Waff trainer in your pocket.
The app allows you to track your progress, learn new exercises, and connect with other Waff users.
It's amazing how such a simple tool can create a whole ecosystem of support and resources.
It highlights a shift in how we approach well-being. It's not just about fixing problems, it's about empowering individuals to take control of their health and happiness.
And that's a powerful message.
Indeed, and one that's particularly relevant for individuals navigating the transitions of menopause and andropause.
Well, this has been an incredibly insightful deep dive. I'm already feeling more informed and, dare I say, a little more balanced, just from learning about the Waff.
It's been a pleasure exploring this topic with you. And I think it's safe to say that the Waff is more than just a wellness tool. It's a catalyst for change.
Absolutely. It challenges us to rethink our approach to aging,
Uh-huh.
well-being, and the way we support each other in the workplace.
It's been fascinating uncovering not just the science, but the potential societal impact of something like the Waff.
You know what strikes me is that this whole conversation goes beyond just a product. We're really talking about shifting the narrative around aging and well-being, especially at work.
You've hit the nail on the head. It's about creating a workplace culture where these natural life stages are acknowledged and supported, rather than shrouded in secrecy or discomfort.
And the WAF, with its focus on both the physical and mental, seems like a tangible step in that direction.
One of the articles we reviewed even argued that by providing tools like the Waff, companies are demonstrating a commitment to their employees' holistic well-being, which can boost morale and even attract talent.
It's almost like it gives people a sense of agency, right? Instead of feeling at the mercy of their changing bodies, they have a tool to actively manage their experience.
Exactly, and that sense of control can be incredibly empowering, leading to greater confidence and resilience, both personally and professionally.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, what's the key takeaway for our listeners? What do we want them to walk away with?
I think the most important message is that menopause and andropause are not taboo topics. They're natural transitions that deserve open and honest conversations, both at home and in the workplace.
And that addressing these topics openly can actually benefit everyone. Individuals gain the support and resources they need, and companies create a more inclusive and productive environment.
It's a win-win situation, and tools like the Waff, with its accessibility and versatility, can be a catalyst for positive change.
Well said. So to wrap things up, we want to leave our listener with a question to ponder. Could integrating something like the WAF into the workplace, with its focus on both physical and mental well-being, be a step towards breaking down the stigma around aging and creating a more inclusive environment for everyone?
It's a question worth exploring, and if you're curious to learn more about the Waff and its potential benefits, we encourage you to visit waffstudio.com.
That's right. They have a ton of information on their website, including details on the different sizes, exercise demonstrations, and testimonials from people who have integrated the WAF into their lives.
It's a fascinating journey into the world of proprioception, neuromuscular activation, and the power of simple yet effective solutions.
And who knows, maybe the WAF could be the spark that ignites a much-needed conversation about aging and well-being in your own workplace. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
Until next time, keep exploring and keep learning.